I have been hearing some rumblings on soft secession, and it's kind of like the blue state trifecta blueprint. It's a plan, and I'm all for it. But we have to understand what a soft secession is. Nobody is forming new countries, and nobody is storming IRS offices, but blue states are basically saying we're done being the errand boys for federal policies that we oppose. It's just refusal. These blue states are giver states. They send way more money to Washington than they get back. And that money props up red states that are slashing healthcare, banning books, and screaming freedom while cashing federal checks. So when people say, stop cooperating, stop giving them our tax money, they're not wrong, but you can't stop the IRS. Federal tax law still applies. But what states can do is make life harder for federal agents to expect local help without accountability. And that's where you enter in the anti-commandeering doctrine. The Supreme Court on numerous occasions has said states can't be forced to enforce federal law. So basically, your cops, your schools, your hospitals, and data systems don't have to lift a finger. If DC wants something done, they have to do it themselves. And here's how states can push back legally. They can pass federal ID laws. So if a federal agent is not operating on federal land, they have to report in. They have to show their ID, make a real plan, log it with the local law enforcement or the attorney general. So no more unmarked vans or shadow raids. They could do warrant checkpoints. So local help only comes with a real warrant. It's signed, time-stamped, filed. No more, just trust us. They could do civil rights non-cooperation, which is basically state workers can't assist with federal actions that break state protections. That means no help enforcing anti-abortion laws or gender bans or voter crackdowns. And if they do, they're fired, they're fined, and they could be sued. They could shield public spaces like schools, hospitals, libraries become protected zones. No surveillance or raids without due process and notification. They could do quarterly federal disclosures. So if a federal agency operates in the state, it's logged, it's published. No secret missions. They could do data lockouts. They could stop giving the feds easy access to phone records, utilities, or healthcare data. Make them go through the courts. And they could do sanctuary legal funds. So if residents are targeted by illegal or unconstitutional federal action, the state pays for their defense. And if a hospital or a university helps unlawfully, they can be sued directly by the public. None of this cancels federal law, but it makes enforcement harder. It puts pressure on the feds to act clean, to act legal, and to stay visible. So this is soft secession. We're not leaving the union, and we're going to keep paying the taxes. But it's basically states saying, you want to operate here, you do it in daylight and by the book and on your own. That's accountability. That's how we fight fascism.